Misha here, and I promised I would look at the new Marauders Vietnam figures. The Vietnamese, Viet Cong, and U.S. Army in this case. And there's no packaging to show. This is how they come in. They're in a little cardboard box that have my address on it, but other than that, and outside being wrapped in tissue paper, they come in little plastic bags. So if you're an inbox collector, there's nothing here for you. I'm not, so I think that's pretty cool, honestly. I picked up a total of 6 figures, 3 and 3. Here is the first Vietnamese and American out of their packaging. They do warn you that the joints are stiff. That seems to be the case. Some folks use hot water. I don't like that for various reasons. I tend to go with hairdryer on low and steady. Although in the summertime, when I did the Japanese, I literally just left them outside under the sun for about 15 minutes, and they were loose as could be. I mean, plenty loose. So that's what we'll do. Mostly I notice the elbow joints tend to be tight when you get these. Here are the figures I received. Unlike the Japanese and Marines I picked up earlier, these had their heads already on the body, and they do offer different hair color and occasionally different head sculpts too. And with the Vietnamese, you get alternative forearms in the pack, sleeves rolled up. Interestingly, I don't believe so with the Americans. They all seem to have their sleeves up. Not sure why. And then from there we have their gear. This is just how it comes. Inside these bags there are individual Ziplocs, so they do a good job, and I tend to just dump them out into nearby small tubs and go one at a time. So we're gonna gear them up, and we'll check back in a little while. I'm sure it'll be quite a bit later, but I'm gonna heat these up and set them up. Basically, I picked up 2 riflemen and 1 grenadier each. Here are the 3 Viet Cong, 2 of which are just straight off the website, and 1 that I kind of put together. There are several different ways you could do this, and if I had 5 of the base figures, I could think of 2 other kind of neat configurations to do. Anyway, let's look at the first one. So here he is here. Just the basic rifleman. He has a Chinese looking SKS. Pouches. Bandolier with extra stripper clips for the SKS. He has a utility knife, just kind of generic fighting knife. He's got a little satchel, backpack with shovel and canteen hanging off it. Just typical kind of peasant style hat. There's a bandana under there if you can see it. One of the most interesting things are the sandals or footwear, flip-flops basically, made out of tires. Yeah, just your basic Viet Cong guy. Simple, which is kind of what he needs to be. What do you think? It seems like Marauders always give you 1 or 2 little extra pieces, and this is one that came in. It's a alternative SKS, best I can tell, with the bayonet deployed. Thought it was kind of neat. Kind of a different look to have. Next up, we have the Viet Cong Grenadier RPG Man. Looks to be an RPG-7 or one of the variants. And he comes with the backpack with 3 extra rockets. They're removable. The one in the launcher is not. He also comes with a Tokarev pistol. And actually there's a lot of detail in the holster it comes in. Otherwise, he comes with the same pouches, knife, canteen. There's no mounting points on this pack, so, you know, you kind of get what you get there. You have to put it on his belt best you can. I think he's really neat. I really like this one. They did a neat job with the RPG. On the website, they say that he comes with the rolled up sleeves, but actually all my figures did. So I don't know if they're just going to do that for all of them or what, but extra accessories, extra flexibility is pretty neat. And finally, the one I kind of put together a little bit, the machine gunner or submachine gunner assault trooper with a PPSH-41, or you could say it's a copy with the 2 more drums on his belt. But then to kind of make him also more of an assault troop, he's got 4 stick grenades in 2 pouches, 1 on each side here, and then carrying the rest of his gear on his pack, including his knife, which, yeah, sometimes the Viet Cong carried him on there. Same with the canteen. A lot of times when they were going into more of a front line role, they would shift a lot of their gear towards their rear, leaving just, you know, unencumbered as best they could. He could easily drop his pack if he needed to and just have his subgun. But if he runs out, he's at least got a knife and grenades too, so he's pretty well armed up. Yeah, I'm glad I got an extra one to do this with. I should have picked up one more and given him an AK, because I do believe Marauders make AKs, but yeah, I'll get that next time. So those are my 3 Viet Cong. What about the Americans? Alright, I have the U.S. Army guys assembled now. Your basic rifleman here, holding an M16. Looks to be pretty close to correct A1 20-round mag. He also has the correct M7 bayonet. He has the older M56 pouches and the older M56 harness. He does have a bandolier horizontally here. It comes with and without that, and even a bandolier that's separate. He's got a kind of late style plastic canteen, backpack with an M51 entrenching tool. That should probably be pointed the other direction. Oh well. Put a grenade on his backpack there and grenade on his belt. And he has some smokes and the small bug spray on his helmet, which are removable. Next we have the Army Grenadier. He does have the M79, the bloop gun, the Blooper. It's pretty neat because it is articulated to break open. Of course, it was a single shot weapon anyway. A little bit of, posing there. He has pouches strapped across his chest. Extra grenades. Then he has a small pouch here and a larger one there. And he has a 1911 A1 on his hip. And move the canteen to this other hip just to kind of get it out of the way and balance the belt. No M7 bayonet because he doesn't have an M16 now. A K-bar or something similar, you know, a fighting knife would be maybe appropriate, but his primary weapon would be the launcher with just a pistol as that. Other small pouch on the back of his pack there, entrenching tool, and I put the large can of bug spray. And then he has the helmet with just the plain band on it, not the one with cigarettes and what have you. It's a pretty different setup there. End to end we have another rifleman, but he would be the designated M72 Law launcher, the single shot disposable tube launcher guy. Otherwise, he's pretty much like number 1, M16. Just changed up his loadout a little bit. They both come with the tube, but typically in Nam, only one guy in a squad would have one. And I put the alternative suspender straps on him without the additional horizontal. I don't know, it's a little less busy. Trust me, it was a lot easier to get on. The first one was pretty dang difficult. This one was easy though. So that's kind of my first look at the Vietnam figures from Marauders. It'll be interesting to see how far they go with this line. And I'd be interested to hear what you think. Alright, it's late and I'm tired and hungry. So, this is Misha. Catch you very soon next time.